folks. This is your man, Jack Hill Podcast Show, where everything is talking about. Man, I tell you what, we are in a fight for a nation. And what's so crazy about it? I mean, there's so many things, different things going on. Let's talk about it, folks. Yeah, it's just so amazing that we have to be caught up into all the craziness with the Supreme Court and their decisions that they make all the time that gives us the rulings that benefits any one of those that send something to them that they the Republican Party that's amazing to me who gets away with doing whatever they wants to do and the Supreme Court brings it up to them and gives them all the leeway, all the ingredients. They gets away with everything. So I just don't understand why and how that they are able to get away with whatever they want to get away with. It's amazing to me how that works. And we as a nation, how can we deal with that and how can we be strong enough to fight for it? Because the Supreme Court, I don't know why we as a nation have a Supreme Court. What is the making of the Supreme Court? And why does the Supreme Court have nine people have the authority to change any laws and rules that they want to? Anything goes up to them that they tells you that they can handle it quicker when it comes to benefiting their side. And of course, these six Republican judges voted for the Texas law that now we are going right back into the old Western days, right? So we can, here in Texas, we can pull anyone over and say, hey, you are a migrant, where are your credentials, where are your papers? So now you can stop and frisk families and do what you want to do to import people back that's probably been in this country 2 to 3 years. Yes, I'm saying it. Greg Abbott must go. He has to go because now that we are seeing as Americans, and for you that have not been paying attention, that anything that supports the conservative agenda, and if it has to go up to the highest court in the land, it's going to be overturned or it's going to be for that conservative group that is fighting, that is going to the Supreme Court. Somewhere down the line that we have to have someone to put a stop to what's going on. What are our goals for the Supreme Court? Why do we have a Supreme Court? Because 9 people make decisions for 330 million people. And with all the craziness that is going on and all the stupid things that are being said and what's going on is they telling you the crazy things out loud. They have not been holding back. We are in a fight for democracy. Now, regardless of whatever side you on or whoever sides on or what it is, it's okay if you are a conservative Republican. It's okay. But with the craziness that your party and the people that you are supporting are doing and saying and talking, the racism that's going with it, the dog whistles that they are putting out there. Now, you do have some minority Republicans. I think I was looking at an article the other day with this young lady as a rap singer, Lil Red or something like that she is. And she's coming out with her own brand, right? Make America sexy or sassy again. But she supports 45. That's okay. You do what you got to do. I don't know if it's for money to be on that side of the aisle or what. But America, we have to stand up. We have to take away all the craziness and all the dog whistle codes that are being said. Now, we're in America here when there was a Super Bowl played here not too long ago, last month, I'm thinking, and there was a black national anthem sung at the Super Bowl, and social media went crazy. Why do we have to have a black national? Why we got a black song? Why we got minority song? Why we have this? I thought the song was sung beautiful, and it didn't bear any thing on the game. It didn't make the game go left or right. It didn't matter. But now we got a person, 45, who we seen this game before, that goes out and salute traitors national anthem, which he called J6 hostages. How are they hostages and they were traitors? They betrayed the country. But no one is talking about it. No one has a damn thing to say about that national anthem that changed. Why is that? Why does the J6 national anthem is accepted, but a black national anthem is not accepted? What country are we living in? And why do that have to be portrayed that way? That we can live in one country that supports one particular group or one particular color. Let's go that route with it. But yet, when it's something that fulfills the complete nation, the look of the nation, which is a diverse nation, it's no good. All the things that are going on and being said, they're saying them out loud. And for the life of me, I don't understand how people still can support that kind of hypocrisy. I just don't understand it. How can you support that? But you vote for who you want to vote for. But we are in a fight for a democracy. I want to be able to have my free will to be able to come on a platform, and all other content creators or whatever you do, sports wise, politic wise, cooking and cleaning wise, or fitness wise, you guys want to be able to come on and have your platform. But if the national media don't catch on to what's going on, because it's being said out loud, there won't be no more national media. You guys have to throw this across your screen 24/7. But to me, it's as though you guys are afraid to bring it out. Why? I just don't understand it. And why? We have to portray that. We have to show that. But some people, the national media, are just so afraid to be a part of that action. 45 had a speech the other day in Ohio and said, if he does not win the election, there will be a bloodbath. How does he get away with saying that? How is that possible for him to say those kind of things? And I don't understand why that doesn't flash across the national media all day, every day, playing 24/7. Then you got the craziness that's in the legislative branch in the House. The Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world, the Jim Jordans of the world, the James Comers of the world. That doesn't make any sense. Divide, division, always fighting. Anything for the middle class or the poor man, it's a fight. But if 45 returns to the White House, folks, we will be for a rude awakening. And We have to get the word out. Whatever you do, tell a friend, tell a neighbor that's not registered to vote or going to make their way out to go vote. Let's make sure we tell them we have to get out and vote. The only way now that we are going to defeat this is to get out and vote. So tell your friend, tell your neighbor that we have to get out and vote, and to vote this mess out and get rid of this kind of rhetoric that is going on in this country, that people are afraid to talk about, and I don't understand why. Why are we so afraid to badger this, keep talking about it, keep making it worse? But for you that do your 9 to 5 every day, you come home, you pick up your kids from daycare or from soccer practice or baseball practice or whatever sport there is. You go home, you eat, you go to bed. You don't pay any attention to the news or the political aspect of what it is. And you just live in your 9 to 5, day to day, day to day. You guys better be woke. You better pay attention. You better be aware. Because at 45, make its way back into these White House, all hell will be broken loose. We got to pay attention. We got to understand. We got to find out what is going on. You have to pay attention. Now, are we all going to get out there and go vote November 5th when the national election gets going? Once you get behind that voting booth, who you going to vote for? But we have to understand what we're dealing with. We are in a fight for a democracy. All your freedom is on the line. I don't understand how a man can be able to fly around the country, throw speeches, and have rallies with 91 counts against him. 91. These aren't just no ordinary Joe accounts where a guy didn't pay a parking ticket. We'll just make this example. If you don't pay your parking ticket, you got 5 loads of police officers coming to your house and got a warrant for your damn arrest. You might not even make it out your house now. The boys in blue have lost their damn mind. They have lost their mind. But this is the after effects of a man that has thrown division since 2015 when he came down the escalator running for these United States of America presidency. The division has been started since then. He told you, he said the dog whistles out loud, and all it did was free up everyone now that think they have the right or the privilege to say and do what the hell they want to do. And that goes with the boys in blue, and that goes with those guys that's and gals are in those black robes calling themselves justices. You want the United States to go back to the old days, making it great again. And I've been saying, if you can tell me what great means in Make America Great Again, I will be happy to look it up, to find the damn definition of it, to find out what was so great about America. And if I agree with it, I'll be the first one to say I agree with it. But what the hell is making America great again? Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up. The Supreme Court will allow the Texas law enforcement to pretty much stop any damn body. Show me your papers. You're a migrant. Bring them back wherever the hell they want to go. Anything that suits the Republican Party. We need to expand the courts. I thought that's what Mr. Biden said that he was going to be thinking about once he got elected. That shit went out the window. This is the problem that we have as being progressives or Democrats. We're too nice. You are too nice. You keep wanting the minority vote. You promise us things and to do things and it never happens. The less are two evils. Or two evils, in other words. Let's put it that way. Two evils. Two evils. Now there's some good things that Mr. Biden has done. He has done some great things. Pretty much the economy has settled in, got back on track. Gas prices, oil prices, infrastructure bills, all those different things help this economy out. But now we need to start working on that middle class and that poor class. We need to bring up the minimum wage. We need to help these folks out. We need to find out who's controlling the country. Is it the Supreme Court? What we need a president for? If the Supreme Court gonna make all the damn decisions in this country. So any little fight that we have, take it to the Supreme Court. If it's a Democratic fight, it's struck down. If it's a Republican fight, you uphold it. Anything to keep their party in line. Now you just wait for it. You just wait. I think they're supposed to be holding the immunity case against 45 come up in oral arguments in April. Why it take so long? They're not doing a goddamn thing. Why is it taking so long? But you rule quick on this migrant issue for Texas. You rule quick. So who's running the goddamn United States? Is it the Supreme Court? Or do we have a damn president, Congress, men and women, and senator men and women? Who's running the goddamn country? Supreme Court are not supposed to get in political battles. But they do. Democrats, you guys got to fight harder. You got to fight fire with fire. You got to quit playing Mr. Good Guy, good gal. You knew the consequences when that clown was able to put 3 more justices on the bench. But in hindsight, it's really not him. It's pretty much if who's in the White House. But you guys allowed Mitch McConnell to stop you from putting a justice on that bench. No goddamn way in the world. But in the meantime, nobody talks about when one of the justices passed, he did it in 2 weeks when an election was coming, when he put Amy Coney Barrett on the bench. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. I blame Mitch McConnell, William Barr, and Mike Pence for ruining this goddamn country the way it is now. Because they had a chance to stop this nonsense and this craziness, what this man spews out of his mouth. The racism that he does. And if you people that think you're a black Republican and you think just because he's a Republican running for the letter in front of your name that he cares about you, you ignorant. You stupid or you ignorant. Because he doesn't. It's all about him not being put behind bars. It's all about him enriching his pocket. A 78-year-old man. It's about him enriching his pocket. Thinking he's going to be able to take that with him or live forever. America, we have to get rid of this nuisance. That's exactly what he is. nuisance. And it doesn't make any sense. My young people, please share this information. Tell your friend, tell their friend. We have to get out and vote. We don't want to be living under a dictatorship. You want to be able to live your life free. The American dream. The home. the white picket fence, right? The American dream. But if 45 returned to the White House, there would be no more American dream. He is on a revenge tour, and he's saying the things out loud, what he is planning on doing. Anti-Semitic against Jews, racism against blacks. Deporting migrants. That's one of the first things he's going to do if he returns to the office. Free the traitors of January 6th from what he's saying. That's why we need to be hoping and praying that all these cases goes through on this guy. We need this country rid of 45. He does not mean this country any good. That is the crazy part. And he's telling you this out loud. He don't care about you. But we need to be vigilant, folks. We need to have our eye on the ball. And a good quote from my guy that I used to listen to, rest in peace, Joe Madison. Listen with your third ear and look with your third eye. And understand what an American democracy is. The freedom that you have now, or do we want to go back, turn the hands of times back to the roaring 30s, 20s, right? 40s and 50s. Where there was no rights for minorities or even women. Women couldn't even vote to the 60s. And the only way minorities was able to come to this country is you had to be coming from a rich family with no priors. That's the only way. But yet we sit here and we lay down and we just go about our everyday life and don't pay attention to what this country is trying to do. It seems to me that they want to make America white again. That's what it sounds like. If that's the case, I'm not advocating for anything. I just want what's right is right. Justice for everyone. Don't matter what color you are. Right is right. All the division, all the racism, all the shooting, killings. And I'm talking to law enforcement because they do it daily. Oh man, I've been ranting for a while, folks. But I just want you guys to understand. Make sure you vet your local, your state, and your national people when you go out and vote to understand what America is trying to become again. Is that what they mean by saying making America great again? Folks, this is your man Jack Gill. Jack Gill Podcast Show, where everything is talked about. And remember, folks, don't let anyone tell you that you cannot succeed. You first must love yourself before anyone else loves you. This is your man, Jack Gill. Peace.